Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, A Cup of Art. This channel is run by two sisters. Today I'm your host Star, aka Lane, and I'm a 19-year-old self-taught artist, and today we are going to be designing some magical girls. Kind of. So the initial part of this challenge was to just take the random emojis and generate them and design something out of them. This was a trend a couple of months ago, and I never really hopped on it. I'm definitely the late trender hopper person, so I decided I was going to do that today. But I wanted to just give it a little bit twist because I wanted to design something that was specific, so all the emojis that I ended up designing from can all connect, so they weren't like just standalone pieces. So I was thinking, okay, magical girls, I have like the basic understanding of character design ever, so this is going to be a fucking challenge, but I hope you guys still enjoy and you stick around to the end. Junko Lee is a 20-year-old college student who works at defeating crime while trying to stay up to date with schoolwork. Her parents, who expect her to work a 9 to 5, doesn't know Junko's secret identity, and June will make sure it stays that way. With the ability of illusion manipulation, Junko will not back down from a fight. So while working on this design, I saw the emojis that I had, but I didn't use the face emojis. I went with the other three emojis to try to incorporate it to the best of my abilities. At the end, the final result, I did add a bag to her design. It's not a red school bag. Maybe when I design like a civilian design for her or whatever, like her regular outfit, she'll probably have a regular styled book bag. But yeah, so going on to her design, at first, I didn't really know what I was doing. If you have seen any of my past videos, or if you checked my Instagram before, all my outfits are, the stuff that I draw is super, super basic, like crop tops, short shorts. So I didn't really know when going into this how I was going to draw all these different outfits. So it was a struggle at first, and she was the first person I ended up drawing, and you can definitely see the struggle that ended up happening. Obviously, or I don't obviously, but at the end of it, I really, really do like how she came out. I really like her color palette. I went with blue because of the emojis. There's two emojis that have blue, so I made sure that blue was in her color palette. She doesn't scream magical girl, but she probably does scream like not of this world. Well, no, not really. That's not true, but I don't know what she screams like. I really have fun working on her design. It's not the best one out of the whole entire people that I end up doing, but it's not the worst one either. There's some parts that I would like to take out. So next time, if I ever go back and touch these characters again, I'll be sure to do so. But for now, I really like how Junko Lee turned out. Sage Francis is a 16-year-old free-spirited teen. After escaping the suffering and chaotic Nysa Kingdom, she arrives at the Fae Kingdom, which is a work-in-progress title. Immediately, Sage runs into trouble trying to seek refuge, and her life is in even more danger than before. Trying to live a quiet life is no longer an option for her, and she struggles fighting between two abusive power kingdoms, all with her bow and arrow and the power to teleport. So I kind of lost the emojis while working on this a little bit. I remembered what they were. I didn't have any of the emojis right next to me. I just kind of like memorized them and then like went beyond my day. I wish I didn't do that because there's some parts that I forgot, but at the same time, it wasn't like I missed a lot. So yeah, I incorporated arrows into the design because of the bullseye. I didn't do the monkeys, and I did the boots. The hole wasn't in her design, but the hole is kind of to represent her power of teleportation slash like portal making. I don't know what to call it. When working on her design, the first initial design that I gave her didn't scream magical girl to me. It seemed a little too basic, so I decided to leave that as her civilian design, and I decided to start completely over with a new design that kind of screams more magical girl, more fantastical, I guess, to me a little bit more. But just her basic overall design, I really, really like it. I like the fact that she wears shorts all the time. That's like a main feature that I kept with the different like iterations that I did of her design. I like the red hair that she has, the pop of color, that's really, really nice. But yeah, I really liked her initial design, but it didn't scream magical girl, so I did do it over again. I struggled a lot with her color palette. I knew that I wanted green to be like her primary color, but I just couldn't figure out how to make that work. I struggled a lot, so I had to ask my sister Jen for some help, and she helped me with like inverting some of the colors, like switching the placements in which clothing was that certain color, and at the end it actually did end up helping me a lot. So yeah, that is Sage. I'm gonna continue to let this play out. I hope you guys like her design, and I really had a blast drawing her. In this story, I guess, she would be the main character of this story, as someone who just like freshly escaped this like dark magical kingdom, going to like this other kingdom where the story would primarily take place at. So yeah, this is Sage Francis. I hope you guys like her. Vespera Finch is 17 years old. She has a younger quote-unquote twin sister, but she wishes she doesn't. Vespera did not have a great life. Her parents forced her and her sister to commit crimes once it was discovered they had magic. Because of this, they were branded as criminals on the kingdom's most wanted list by the age of 11. Now the twins joined the order as a form of redemption and to clear their records. Vespera is also using this time to create a future that she'll love and wants to 100% forget her past, meaning distancing herself from her twin sister. Her powers aren't just cold, so is her heart. I had a lot of fun designing Vespera because of the emojis having like ice and then a flower and then a paperclip in the middle. I immediately thought of some type of like siblings. Didn't have to be blood related siblings, but I immediately thought of that. I decided to do twins because Jen and I are twins, so I was like, okay, I'll just draw twins as well. And since me and my sister are so like we're like the same person, we like the same things, I decided that I was going to design twins that were completely opposite. Obviously, it's not a new thing. I think if you see twins, most of the fact they're always going to be complete opposites from each other. But because I was taking inspiration from my sister and I decided to make the opposite, even though it's already like pretty mainstream. So once I was designing Vespera, I kind of got a lot more comfortable with just designing clothes in general. Though this is the third person you're seeing in this video, I completely designed and colored Vespera before I finished designing Sage. Sage was the second person I designed, but because I had to do her multiple times, I decided to design everyone else before I finished Saged up. So from the first girl, from Junko to Vespera, there was a great improvement that I had, and I really or absolutely love how she turned out. I love how her colors turned out. I just absolutely love this in general. It's probably like not that big of a deal or not that good, but as someone who like sucks majorly hard with designing clothes, like this is like a step up from anything that I could have ever done. Oriana, or Oria for short, Finch, has always admired her brave sister. Being more shy, she never was able to connect with others as easily. However, once given a second chance by the Order, she lately has let out her locked-up bubbly side. Oriana's one wish is to stay by her sister's side, even if Vespera doesn't want to. But, as obedient than ever, she'll do as she's told. Hopefully, this next stage in her life will help her grow from her small shell and help the plants that she controls grows as well. So yeah, this is the twin sister to Vespera. So where Vespera is very icy, cold, chilling, pretty rude and bossy, Oriana, or Oria for short, is the completely the opposite. She's very shy, not like too much introverted, because she does have a very bubbly and bright side once it's unlocked. And she is such a sweetheart, wanting to stay by her sister's side. Her and her sister have struggled so much for being forced to be like criminals by their parents. But sadly, Vespera doesn't really want anything to do with her twin sister, while Aurea wants everything to do with her twin sister because that's the only family she has left. When designing Aurea's outfit, I was very much thinking flowers, but it just didn't translate as well as I wanted it to. I mean, the end result looks amazing, but what I had in my head and what I had envisioned wasn't what I put down to paper or put down to like the screen tablet. But regardless, I still like how she turned out. The coloring came super easy to me, and I was really surprised with it. I think kind of light, not really pastel, but kind of like gearing or leaning more towards those colors really helped her design. I think yellow is just such her color. It worked really, really well. I think as out of everyone I did for the best color scheme, it's definitely Oriana. And I absolutely just love how this turned out. And yeah, hopefully her and her sister can patch things up because they're the only people that they have in their lives. Avil Hart is a 22-year-old self-proclaimed badass. From a small rural town, she travels to the capital of Fake Kingdom to take the exam to join the Order. She hopes that if she can make a name for herself, then her parents will surely accept her as their daughter, instead of getting upset about the son they lost. However, there is not a lot Avil could have been taught about magic in her small rural town, so fingers crossed that she has come prepared with all of her magical cards. I really liked Avil's character, or at least like the little story that I have thought up about her. However, it did not translate well to her outfit. I think at least like the only interesting part of her outfit is definitely the top part. I think her whole outfit is okay. I think just when it came to the coloring stage, her pants was very lackluster, like with like design wise, that like the middle bottom half of her whole entire outfit just wasn't looking good. And I guess like lined up with everyone else, she's definitely the lowest in the bunch, which is pretty sad because I really, really like her character. However, besides that, I really like the all red color scheme I came up with her. And I just really, really like her character in general, and hopefully I can redo her design and do her a lot more justice. When coming to the emojis, I was struggling hard to figure out what her powers might be. Obviously, there was a card, and the card was the only one I could really work with, so I decided to give her like card-based powers. So each card that she has in like her little pouch will kind of have like a different ability, like fire. And since there's like 52 cards in the deck, or however many cards I decide to be in her deck, that's how long she can use that power for. So if there's like 30 cards in a deck, then she can use that single card for like 30 seconds or 52 seconds, something like that. For the door, I couldn't really figure out what to do for that. And for the locked, I decided that, because she's kind of coming out her shell and kind of being who she always truly was meant to be, and her transitioning, I thought the lock could show that aspect. But yeah, I absolutely love Avil's design, and I hope you guys like it too. Selena Rain is a woman of no introduction. The dastardly ruler of the Nasa kingdom is the woman of nightmares for even the bravest of people. Her own children has described her as cruel and emotionally unattached. Whether she is destroying the Fey Kingdom or killing anyone who annoys her, expect her to be doing it with a smile on her face or by making a joke/game out of it. Don't let the bright colors fool you. Mess with her and you'll have death knocking on your door. So, last but not least is Selena Rain. She was the last person I designed, because I had like 6 people to design. I decided to make her a villain. I struggled with her design because I kind of made her more muscular. At least I made like the defining, like try to define where the muscular features would be. And because of that, it just kept throwing me off with how I should design her costume. And I just was not working out. I knew there was something that I wanted. I wanted like either a leotard or like an underwear type, like a bathing suit underwear type thing going on. And it was something like flowing on top, but I just really couldn't figure it out. And you can see me really struggling with it. I decided to like move on to something else, maybe like her hair and other aspects of this design to kind of help, like, you know, move on and then come back type of situation. And it did kind of help. After that, I kind of thought of something else and I kind of went with it and it worked, or, you know, that's what I just kept in the end. Because I looked back at her card and it was like a Joker card, I was like, duh, obviously her design should reflect that. So I was just thinking of aspects of like Joker, like patterns and like, you know, this little headpiece thing. And in the end, it kind of worked out. I did give her a lot of bright colors, forgetting that she was supposed to be a villain, because I just felt like the bright colors kind of gave off the wrong impression. But I think in the end, it's I think it contradicts it, like who she is. Like visually, she probably doesn't look bad or like evil or something, but realistically she is. I think that if I draw her again, I am gonna like darken up the colors just a little bit, just so it's not like a complete like 180 from her original design, and what like who she's supposed to be. But I think in the end, I absolutely love how this came out. I gave her death abilities because I don't know, it just seemed like Joker, death, evil. It made sense to me. So that is the end of the video, everyone. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked the challenge that I did, taking random generated emojis and turning them to magical girls. I don't think I got the magical girl part right, but I do think I just got like the design aspect right, or as close as possible to the emojis that were given to me. And I really, really like it. Hopefully I can redesign some of these girls, and hopefully I can do like some type of like mini comic, mini short or something, just to like, you know, do something with them, because I absolutely love these people that I made, and I just feel like that since they're in this sort of fantastical setting, I won't draw them as much. So if I force myself to do some type of comic book related work with them, or just like something small, then I can at least draw them at least another time that wasn't related to this video. It's gonna be a while from that because this took me 2 weeks to do, but hopefully soon I can do something like that. Anyways, if you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe if you want. You don't have to do that, but if you want to, go ahead and do so. Let me know if I should do another challenge like this, because I had absolutely fun. Maybe I can do guys this time. I think that would be cool. With all that said, I really hope you guys like this video. Jen and I will see you in the next one. Have an amazing day. Peace.